This is Business and Economy Network.
The strategic importance of housing and housing deficits to ameliorate those who have not gotten houses in Nigeria is very key, and that's why you have some private operators who have come to help government to bridge that gap. And what about retirement? Retirement is very, very important, because after work, definitely you must retire, and that's where the pension scheme comes in. And these are the two most interesting things, talking about housing and also retirement, and retirement with peace. My name is Peter Moche. Wherever you are, brace yourself up. You are watching your #1 television business program, Business and Economy Network. I want to thank all of you watching us in Abuja, Calabar, Cross River, those of you watching us outside the shores of Nigeria, Kaduna, Jigawa, wherever you are. I want to say thank you so very much. It is your program. Now, for Spotlight today on the program, we have the CEO of ANIERA Homes Partners Limited, owners of Tiverton Estates. They are on the block today. Buy a house, buy a land. They are there to serve you better. For Straight Talk, we have the CEO of Oak Pensions Limited, one of the reputable pension fund administrators in Nigeria. Not left out for Company in Focus, we have the CEO of AXA MANSARD Pensions Limited. They are all pension fund administrators taking care of retirement. Be you young or be you old, begin to plan your retirement. This program today is going to be loaded, it is incisive, and it's going to be very, very educative. I'll be back after this time out.
Use Neurogesic if you get back pain, oh, muscle pain, oh, I mean joint pain, oh, rub Neurogesic, good time, go warm, go reach deep down, no wonder, Neurogesic, they really pain, oh, rub Neurogesic, good time, go warm, go reach deep down, no wonder, Neurogesic, they really pain. True, Neurogesic, it get power pass pain. Neurogesic, na Drugfield Pharmaceuticals Limited, they make them.
Okay, we're here today for the launching of the second estate of ANIERA Home Partner Limited, situated in Egondo Orudu, Lekki Ekpe Expressway. Now, Tiverton Estate is coming as an introductory price of 5.5 million, and it is gazetted free from government acquisition or free from government encumbrances in any form. There is no money issues. Everything has been cleared. Everything has been acquired successfully. Now, we are here at Tiverton Estate, and this estate has been proposed to be a residential estate, coming with facilities like the recreation centers, coming with serviced plots, coming in with the drainage, the landscape, and the street light, electricity as well too. Now, Tiverton Estate is just about 4 minutes drive away from the expressway, which is the direct access to the expressway, which is Lekki Ekpe. Now, this estate, as we can see over here, it's surrounded with other estates. We have about 5 estates surrounded around Tiverton Estate. And we are encouraging investors, especially those in diaspora, to come partake in this investment. What's our focus in this real estate, which is ANIERA Home Partner? We're about to change the dimension of real estate. And what are the dimensions of this real estate? Creating houses, creating opportunity for investment in land, creating opportunities in investment in real estate as a whole. And our slogan is real estate gets real. The real part of real estate is the land itself, which is a virgin land, and which is situated in a place not swampy, it's completely dry, where investors can, at their own free will, buy into this land, as well as build their own taste of structures in there. Now, this estate already comprises of investors that are already bought into it, that has a vision, that wants to come here and bring a different taste in the real estate industry. Now, I'm going to show you around the estate. It consists of about 120 plots. And behold, the facilities coming into the estate, basically, there's this international investors that are bringing a portable hospital inside the estate, where you don't have to go outside for medical stuffs and things like that. There'll be a lab, and also there'll be a pharmacy, as well as a mini-mart. All this will all be put into the estate. Here with us is our brand ambassador of Tiverton Estate, a man with so much respect, a man with so much dignity, integrity, transparency. He has interest in Tiverton Estate, and ANIERA Home Partner Limited has made him the ambassador of Tiverton Estate. I hereby recall Mr. Zach Orji of the Nollywood International as well.
What has informed it is the fact that I checked out ANIERA Homes and saw that this is not their first outing as far as developing estates is concerned. I was satisfied with the recommendations I got, so I decided now to partner with them and proudly associated with them as the brand ambassadors. My message concerning the estate is simple. First of all, I'm just a phone call away, and secondly, I wouldn't associate myself with anything that is not genuine, that is not legitimate, that is not worth people's while, because I come from the standpoint of being a trained estate surveyor and valuer, and the fact that I have personally been very critical of so many estates I have seen around Lagos and around the country, and I want to say with every certainty that I think ANIERA Homes will definitely deliver.
My name is Antonia, and I'm the ED of ANIERA Homes Partners, and also one of the founders of Tiverton Estate, and I'm also the HR personnel for ANIERA Homes Partners as well. Tiverton was birthed through a vision, and I'm glad that we're here, despite all the challenges that we faced. And now that we have launched it officially open, we believe that it's already a success. Tiverton Estate is already a success. So everything concerning the operations of Tiverton has actually started before the launching, and I can actually assure you that once you reach out to us, or once there are questions you need to find out concerning this, once you ask us any of those questions, we're ready to answer. We have everything available. We have our Caterpillar, our tractors, everything is outside ready to work. And we've actually made some sales actually on this, even before the official launching, and we give God the glory for that. Yes, ANIERA Homes Partners is actually one of the founders of Tiverton Estate, and we've done some other projects with some partnering estate companies, like the likes of Luxury Homes, and we actually have another estate which is bettered under ANIERA, and that's Greenacre Estate, and we also have the Greenacre Court as well. We started as consultants for ANIERA Homes Partners, and the CEO just realized that he has passion for real estate. He has passion for everything that has to do with land, especially being it from God, like he always says. So he actually bettered this from his vision and his passion for real estate. He started as a consultant, and initially we were not on board with him 100%, but we came on board when we saw that it was no longer, I want to make money from it. It now became a passion for him. And I thank God that though ANIERA Enterprises has been on for a while, and we started ANIERA Homes Partners, and I give God the glory that today it has not just come to make a name for Tiverton, but ANIERA Homes Partners has come to stay for a very long time. I mean a very long time, even when my children will grow up.
Oak Pensions Limited aims to be among the top 3 pension fund administrators in Nigeria and is moving quickly to secure and retain the highest number of contributors with its excellent value-added services, using highly skilled personnel and state-of-the-art technology, providing the customers with a second-to-none online transaction style that takes away the challenge of having to always be physically present. Oak Pensions has over 30 offices in different states of the country. The firm is headed by Mr. Samuel Enyang.
Currently, when we look at the RSA, we are ranked number 14 in the industry in terms of the size of asset under management. But from what we are doing, what we put in place, the most important thing is not just the size of your asset, it's the return on the investment. We are planning to be among the top 3 fastest growing PFA in terms of return on investment. And that's what matters most to the RSA holder. Not necessarily your position whether you have 500 billion in your fund or you have 50 billion or 100 billion, but it's really the return on the investment, what we are going to do. We put structure in place that will guarantee us, come the next 2 years, we are going to be among the top 3 performing PFS. We've come up with a lot of things we put in place that will, gladden our customers, will delight our customers. Because without the customer, you can't be in business. So you put a couple of things in place to make sure our customers are satisfied with us and they remain with us. Early this year, we had a mid-term strategy session with our board of directors, our top management, and middle management to review the strategy we have 2015-2020. And we took very serious steps that will take us to the promised land, where we intend to be, what you call our intended state by 2020. A lot of things that have been put in place. For instance, very soon, the customer will not need, we don't need to see the customer. You can log into our website, download the form, fill the form online, submit it online. Once you submit, all we need to do is because you can't do the biometrics, online, it's just to locate to do your biometrics and we generate your PIN for you. We put a lot of things in place, and I talked about our plan to delight our customers, to get closer to our customers, how we can add value to them, not just managing their business and then finish, but we want to add value beyond expectation, because without them, we cannot be in business. Currently, we have spread all around Nigeria. We are in 31 locations all over across the country, both north, south, east, and west. Even we are in Maiduguri. We are in Taraba. We are not scared of what is going on. We are there, whenever we have our customers, we are there to attend to them. And we even plan to open more offices. Very soon, we are going to be in all states of the Federation, particularly with the coming up of the micro pension scheme, because you need to reach everybody. So any place that we are not there, whether the state government has opened their doors or not to the scheme, we are going to go there because we have customers waiting for us under the micro pension scheme. Yes, the first and foremost is to keep in touch with those customers, the employers that are not making remittances, okay? Because when you are in touch with them, you understand the challenges and what you need to do to get them to remit. There are actually some of them that have closed shop, and there's nothing you can do. There are some that have challenges that are not even paying salaries up to date. Of course, there are some that are doing well, but the willingness to make the remittance is not there. Of course, there are those that are committed to the scheme. Once salary is paid, within a very short time, they make, as required by the law, they make their remittances. You need not pursue them. But for those ones that are not remitting, we engage them, we follow up with them, and put pressure on them to make remittance. We also let the workers know it is your responsibility to make sure when your salary is paid and deductions made for your pension, that it is remitted. You see, there's limitation to what we can do as a PFA. But as the worker in the company, it is your right. It's not a privilege that your employer should remit what is due to you. Because when you retire from the company, you have no business going back there under the new contributory pension scheme. So if you sleep over your right, whether not just the private sector as well as public, if you sleep over your right, allow your employer to deduct from your salary without remitting, you don't complain, you don't shout, what can we do? We can only put pressure on them. But PENCOM is doing a lot to assist in this line. Some of such recalcitrant workers, employers, some even remit lower than what they're supposed to. PENCOM have engaged the services of debt collectors to go after these companies. And there've been quite some good results coming out of it. Because under the Pension Reform Act 2014, there are penalties for failure to remit when it is due. The chief executive has his head to go in for it because jail awaits such chief executives. Really, the multi-fund structure is an opportunity where we give the RSA holder a say on how your funds are being invested. Because unlike the present system, they don't have a say. We manage their funds on their behalf on the best, kind of safety is very, very important. I also think about, the returns on the investment. But under the multi-fund system, you have those Fund 1 consists of those 39 years and below. Fund 2, those above 39 but under 49. While Fund 3, those that are due for retirement by the Act, 50 years and above, but are still in active service, they are in Fund 3. While, of course, the Fund 4, which has always been in existence, is the retiree funds. Those that have actually retired from active service and are drawing on their pension scheme. So for the kind of assets you can invest will vary from one fund to the other. You see, a younger person, you can afford to take some risk. The higher the risk you take, the higher the return. Sometimes it could backfire. But then, for a younger person, if it backfires, the tendency for you to make corrections before it gets to the time of his or her retirement is still sufficiently enough. So that's why it allows the reform by PENCOM allows you to put some investment in more riskier, assets to enable you make more return for them. Whereas those Fund 2, yes, you also take some risk, but not as much as what you can take with the Fund 1 RSA holders, because they are getting nearer to their retirement age. Once you are 50, you can access your fund. So the guideline moderate the kind of investment you put in Fund 2. Now, when you talk of the Fund 3, hey, those are people that are almost saying good night to the scheme. So you are more careful in the kind of investment you do with their funds. Yes, security is very, very important, and of course, reasonable return on their investment. When you go to the Fund 3, the Fund 4, obviously, that area, no taking of risk, because people are drawing on the fund on monthly basis to meet their needs.
Mr. Dakpo Akinsanya, the Managing Director of AXA MANSARD Pension Limited, and has his major in finance and investment, having worked in diverse reputable financial institutions where he gained understanding and capacity, which has been brought to bear in AXA MANSARD Pensions Managers, and has made the firm the preferred choice of pension scheme holders. Though one of the youngest in the sector, the firm has recorded tremendous success. AXA MANSARD offers first-hand pension services, providing best conditions for contributors in the pension scheme, and has a special payment and investment service for retirees.
My name is Dakpo Akinsanya. I joined this firm in June 2015. My previous experience includes banking, asset management, as well as pension management. So I've worked for another PFA before now. I've worked with the securities business. I've also worked with one of Nigeria's leading banks. So my entire experience over the last 23 years or so, or more, has been in financial services. AXA MANSARD came into being in its current form, that is AXA MANSARD Pensions, in December 2014, as a result of the acquisition of the former Premium Pensions Limited, which was based in Abuja, by our immediate parent company, AXA MANSARD Insurance PLC. In turn, AXA MANSARD Insurance PLC, formerly known as MANSARD Insurance PLC, was acquired by AXA in January 2015. AXA is the world's leading insurance company. And by virtue of that acquisition, sometime in July 2015, our name was changed from Payment Pensions Limited to AXA MANSARD Pensions Limited. Therefore, we've been in the business in this current form for the last 3.5 years. We are a pension fund administrator, And our business includes management of retirement savings accounts on behalf of workers who contribute into the contributory pension scheme. Importantly, we also service people who have retired. So from the retirement savings accounts, the RSA accounts that people have, upon retirement, they move into the retiree fund, and we are responsible for administration of their benefits to them, to ensuring that they receive their benefits as at when due without any issues. We also provide a lot of guidance and enlightenment to our clients in terms of understanding how the contributory pension scheme works, what they should expect from us as their PFA, also to understand what they ought to do to make sure that they don't have any challenges. Our objective is to pay retirees somewhere between the 25th and 30th of every month. And so far that has been working, because what we do is set up, we give instructions to our custodian. There's a standing order every month for those payments to go automatically into the retirees' accounts. Relatively speaking, compared to much more developed jurisdictions where you have well-functioning pension industries, I think we're still quite young. The labeling legislation was originally enacted in 2004, 14 years ago. Operators were licensed in 2005, 13 years ago. Operations effectively started in 2006, just 12 years ago. And today, we have just around 8 million contributors who have opened accounts under this scheme, versus a total workforce, informal and informal, of, depending on which estimates you take, because there are various estimates out there, arguably up to 90 million people in the labor force. So there's still significant room for growth. Even if you look at just the informal sector, I like to tell people that when this scheme started, based on a study that was done by a well-respected international institution, at the time, 13, 14 years ago, the estimates of Nigeria's workforce was somewhere between 50 and 60 million people, of which the formal workforce alone was estimated to be between 10 and 12 million. So today, 14 years later, you can say we have only achieved maybe about 60 to 75% of that estimate of 14 years ago. But really and truly, the workforce has grown. So there's still lots more room for penetration, even in the formal side of things. But the informal sector holds even far larger opportunity, and there's significant scope for growth. And we think this industry will continue to grow. Beyond that, as people see the achievements of the industry, as people see and are confident that this industry is operating efficiently and meeting its objectives, I think more and more you will see more voluntary participation, even from people who work by themselves, even today from those state governments that have not yet fully implemented the scheme or have not yet complied. So certainly I think the future is bright. As the financial markets also get more sophisticated, we will make a lot of progress on the investment area, and I think you will see more visible contribution in that area from this industry.
This is Business and Economy Network.
Well, viewer, this is where time will permit us. I want to say this quickly to you. Your success and your happiness starts with you. Yes, your success and your happiness starts with you. I'm doing my own part. What about you? You've heard all what experts have said concerning the housing deficit and retirement. This is the size of the program today, and I believe tomorrow is another day. We can do this again. I want to personally appreciate each and every one of you who have called, made inquiries concerning this program, and more importantly, to all our sponsors, wherever they are. I want to say a big thank you to each and every one of us. Well, the conversation of this particular discourse will continue on our YouTube channels, which is www.youtube.com/user/Greenspring Group. And we are going to showcase much more PFAs from next week, God's willing. ANIERA Homes and Tiverton Estate. You can patronize them. I'll be with you again same time next week, God's willing. Stay blessed.